Hey folks, welcome back. So, the server's been running about 20 hours now, and we got a fair amount of material in here. Redstone, you'll see, is kind of in the around the 1,000 range. I've been crafting lots of stuff, and our lava situation is kind of in terrible form at the moment. We're just constantly running out. I think there must have been a change between the version where I started this setup and where we're at today that decreases the speed at which it can produce lava somehow. So what I'm going to do is I was ready to expand it, and I decided I wanted to enable two things here. Firstly, I wanted to get storage buses on our two different brick machines here so I can access it from our AE system. And then I want to enable our production of soul sand. So that's kind of today's goal. And with the soul sand, what I'm kind of hoping we can do here, I might do a dual setup with this, we'll see. But I might capture the soul sand into our system because I think there is a quest to collect 10,000 of it. But we'll get into that in just a minute. What I want to do is try and tie into our AE system if it's at all possible. And that's kind of what I'm looking to do next. So we can see it, we'll be able to see it from down below, but then I'll have storage buses on everything I need to have storage buses on. Why do we have... And you'll take note that my levels and tools have changed a little bit. Yes, I got derped and fell through the world when I was sleeping with my sleeping bag off camera, and well, that just did not end well. That's how it goes though sometimes. So let me get a couple of stacks of bricks to take with us here. And we're just going to connect this in so I know that it worked when it works. Oh, you know, I do want an export bus, actually. And you'll see we've made a bunch of these, so... In fact, let me go ahead and get more export buses going. Now that I look at it. We'll get like another 64. I do want to increase our dust production even further. I think that'll help us out a lot. But what I should be able to do here with the export bus, we'll come back and configure it in a minute, but actually I don't even have to. I'll get a piece of sand and that'll just fill up and start running. And do I got an import bus? And we're going to need a chest. Just so we can catch all the stuff that's being made for right now. I think it would be good. Or some of the soul sand, even if it builds slow, because we'll get more stuff later on. And actually, let's take this back out for just a minute. What do we got in here? I think we're going to use this one iron chest for everything. Hopefully that'll do the trick here. I just need... Oh, I do have a dolly to move it. Okay. If I put this right here, it'll get... The sand will split 50-50. Then all I got to do is move the vacuum hopper. And let's go ahead and sleep the night off here again. There we go. Just so we don't get any monsters. So yes, I gotta sit here and wait for my tools to build up yet again. I've rebuilt them sorta kinda, but you'll notice that the level's clumsy. I really wish that, where did that go? There it is. I really wish that the skill level stayed with the person. If you could make a similar tool somehow, but I might find a way to get around that if I can. if it can be done. But now we should be able to import everything that the system collects once it's hooked up. And that's kind of what I've been trying to do everywhere here, and we'll keep going with it as we go. Okay, so that's connected. Let's pop downstairs here. You'll see I've added in an entire bank of crucibles, and I filled up our whole system with them. And we're still not producing lava at a fast enough rate. I'm not sure if we're gaining or not even. I mean, if we are, it's at a very, very slow rate. We're going to have to shut off the sludge boiler here. And wait for that to finish. Somewhere up there is my next endeavor. The other thing I think we're going to start doing here, either this episode or perhaps the next one. Let's see here. Is to go ahead and get the laser drill set up going. Where is that water coming from? We're going to have to remedy that situation. There's only one way I know of to do that. Let's see. Well, we'll do that. And that. This should give us some pretty good lighting. And I'll just do this quickly. The nice part is we will regrow the pick fairly fast. I did lose my mysterious magnet, sadly. Okay, so let's go ahead and build out our floor just a touch more for this exercise. Here we go. But having access to a fair amount of bricks will be a good thing because it looks like we're going to need row upon row of crucibles here. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump build this guy. There we go. I don't know where we want to connect. Oh. Well, the reality is I probably want to connect the ceiling, honestly. Well, maybe not. Maybe this is a fair level to work at. We'll just kind of cross the room and tie it in. And if you guys know if there was some kind of a change with the amount of lava production from crucibles, I'd love to hear about it. Trying to figure out how many, crucibles I need per magnetic engine. Because we're not running even quite half of them at the moment. And that's kind of bad. For power. It means everything else is slow. Did I guess at a right level for this? Heh. There we go, we're connected. Now I should have bricks inside. Yep, I just seen them. What the nice part is here is those bricks will give us a faster way to build out the floor down here. As you can see, and I think the sand I meant to put in and maybe I never did. There we go. Export sand, that should fill up. This whole system should start running again over here. Oh, look at that, we got soul sand. Huh. We got a lot of soul sand. Okay. We totally want to bring that back home. Or maybe I just want to leave it over to here. Honestly. Oh look, we're not connected. No, we'll take it back home and import it. Why not? Nope, stay on there. There we go. Let's go ahead and put these extra barrels and stuff back. Ooh. I am down converting all of these to save on the types of storage. Put that on the side for right now. And I need some item duct. And, oh, I had some on me. Heh. Whoops. Hopefully these guys connect all together nice like. And that should give us a whole bunch of things. Kind of hoping. We'll know shortly. Oh, see there, it got one. And there it goes. See, and that's collecting us the nether utilities. Okay, let's grab some more stone from here. See if I can empty out this barrel for use. And continue building out our crucible section. As far as crucibles are concerned, I have 32. Do we have any more made? Oh yeah, we got 129 made. We're just going to keep adding on until the lava starts growing. Because power is a very big problem right now. So let's see here. I kind of want to go out like 8 blocks if we can. So right now we're out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And here we go. I do need to turn on our sludge boiler. I'm half tempted to start using netherrack down here if we can. Because that heats the stone a little faster. I don't know what the increase in speed is, but we should probably take a look. Well, I need power for our base. That's pretty much what it amounts to. Here we go. Okay. Like this. And like this. And let's move back in and finish the wall some more. Like that. And we could probably use some torches down here, but, you know, well. Pretty soon I'm going to have to... And you'll notice for our smelteries, I've actually put the lava output up higher in the tank to make sure we have lava for power always. That is one of the other changes I did do. Okay, so now, fluid duct. We're going to need a bunch of that. I'm going to need an igneous. So we don't have that recipe, let's add it in. Actually, what I'm tempted to do... How are we doing on our cobble storage? We are at 6 million and climbing. I am very tempted. Oh, let's turn on this guy again before I forget. We got the bat. Give me 10 seconds to run away. We got loads of sludge, so netherrack would help us out, I think. but I don't know if we have all that much of it at the moment. But we'll roll with it. So igneous extruder. Like that. Except I need some regular old glass. Get rid of that. And what is that supposed to be? Let's get the kind of tin we are working with. There we go. Encode. Do I have a servo recipe in here? I do not. We need that one for sure. And we still need glass. Okay, now we should be able to make the extruder as we need them. Just craft it and good to go. Do I have... Don't need that right now. I don't need them. You know what I am going to do, folks? Because I'm kind of ridiculous. I think we're going to move those igneous extruders, to be honest. Just. We'll take a handful of these. I am going to need lots of servos. Actually. We're going to take a bucket here. And give me a tank. Just one. Okay. Let's go see about running some applied energistics down this way. Whoops. And we will change from running the igneous extruders down here to just having a chest filled with cobble for use. So that way we're not limited by production. We've got hundreds of servos up top. So let's see. Let's do this. And I'll put that to here. Actually, no. We'll move it down towards the middle a bit more. Maybe even further. Because I've got piping in my way. Actually, maybe we'll just go all the way to the end with it. That way I've got stuff wherever I need it for later. That seems like the smart spot right now. Alright, folks, so we're continuing on here with the changing out the igneous extruder setup for an export system, or in favor of that. And that way we can just keep all our igneous extruders in one spot, and maybe this will actually be a little bit better in the long run. I'm kind of hoping. So now I should just be able to do this, and we'll move it all the way down and all around, but hopefully we get just a touch more cobble this way, or touch more lava this way. Move stacks at a time, thank you. And basically what we're going to do is keep adding until we see the lava tank start growing in the middle. Because that'll help me out as we need more power for other stuff. So now, the reason I grabbed this tank is just to get us some lava flow for our next setup going. And we'll see how it goes here. But we want 2 spots, and let's lay down our next fluid line and rinse and repeat, shall we? So I like having a walkway too wide just cause. So that'll be that. Like so, and you guys can follow along with what I'm doing here. Here we go. And let's just knock you out for just a minute. In fact, what I should have done is probably put the tank into the middle here. Not quite sure why we're not getting much in the way of lava, but okay, we'll roll with it. Give me some of that lava, please. In fact, for right now, we'll just shut this one off. Okay, and where do we want to start? One off the main line. Right there. We're going to knock down all of these bricks. And put in a bunch of crucibles. See, now you can see the lava is actually starting to fill up in that tank, so when we got to put it in the floor, we're very good to go then. Use lava to make lava. There we go. And we're pretty much going to be waiting for this to fill up almost constantly. But it'll do the trick for us, that's for sure. There we go. Just sipping some tasty cold beverage. Let's go ahead and get these guys in whilst we're waiting. Seeing what's nice about this setup is that we can just keep expanding the floor out as far as we got to go until we get an excess of lava. Here we go. And you can see how long it's just taken to melt right now. It's almost borderline ridiculous. With, what are we doing, 32 a row or something? It takes that long to populate. With a 16 bucket tank. We're way behind. And if we're not producing a bucket a second, we're in trouble. I think. There we go. Come on, you can do it. Maybe I can grab it from over to here. See now, like when we shut that off, we should be dropping down in the tank. I just want to make sure we have excess flowing. That's the real goal here. So that's all sitting still. Let's go ahead and get our export in and start this row running. I actually am going to need to get an export bus over here. And once we get this set up, it'll just fill up the lava that much more quickly. Oh, right there. Looks like I could use a handful more cable as well. And we're going to need some crucibles while we're here. We'll get a stack of them. And just kind of keep adding on, I'm thinking. And item ducting, we're still okay on. Servos, we're okay on. Since we're down here, we'll just get this into play. Oops. Kind of, oh yeah, those are all filling up. Look at that. That's why it's doing it. Huh. Let's turn you off. And we'll get one right here with the servo attached. And we'll rotate it, turn it on. Give me that export bus we just grabbed. And this will help us to start producing lava. There we go. Oops. Let's see, one more over. Get all the misplaced ones out of the way. And this is one of those areas where you got to be kind of careful because it's very easy to cut a hole and forget you cut a hole and fall through the world. And export stacks of cobble, please. And that'll start flowing through to here, filling up all of our tanks and letting us rip roar. Now, we do need a whole set of, well, we'll let that build up for just a minute. And then we'll cut one more line into play. Look at that, we grew another bat. He's over here saying hi. He's the Batman. Look at that, piece of cable didn't get collected. Here we go, now we fill in the lava very carefully. And all of this will, you know, it'll create, basically what it'll do is it'll create a temporary surge here. And get us kind of good to go. Here we go. And it's kind of funny, you got to be almost extra careful when it's at all laggy, so you don't run off this ledge into lava and burn, you know, to death while falling to the void. So let's get our crucibles out. Put another stack down, or another set down here. Keep going. And let's just unwrench that for a minute. No need to fill up there. Now, next up, we'll take you out and put in servos all the way along. Here we go. Servo, servo, servo. Now, one neat trick that I don't see a lot of people do, if you put the servo in before you wrench these fluid ducts, they're automatically turned on once you wrench them. If you do it in that order. If you do it the other way around, not so much. You see how they're already lit up and turned on? It's kind of a nifty trick if you weren't aware of it. Whoops. There we go. Wrench all these into place and let the lava flow. Now let's turn this back on just to keep emptying the pipes here. And then our last step is to run a set of item duct. Ooh. And this guy we could like plop up here for now and it'll drain into the main tank and give me another block later on. There we go. We'll come through and collect these odd bits in just a moment. The nice thing is I think this setup is actually going to fill this stuff a touch faster. As long as we don't get too much in the way of lag. Okay, so do that. Wow. A lot of misclicks on that run. And we got another line in production. Let's see if that's helping us out at all. So you can see how we're slowly gaining by one at a time. Now it's going 31 to 32. Maybe we got just enough cranking. As long as I see it get up to like 33, 34 pretty consistently, I know we're growing. See, now I'm seeing a 34 once in a while. And the reality is we could probably use one more row. Just cause. So let's go ahead and do it. We'll keep adding rows till it grows at a very nice rate. So we got 1, 2. So that'll be my next line. Let's go ahead and disable this again for a moment. Once we get the fluid duct all the way down, then we're going to put our thing to get buckets of lava off of into here. And it looks like we might even have to extend the platform just a touch more. Which that's okay too. Let's see, we'll go get some more bricks. Let's put our tank down so it starts filling while we're waiting. And we'll go get like 3 to 4 stacks of bricks. Go out a little bit and rinse and repeat one more time. This is the downfall of running all these engines. And we'll have even more igneous extruders. If I'm going to put in igneous extruders, we should just start crafting like another 60 of them. And we're going to go up top and do it. So where's my wand now? Here we go. And you can tell I had my mighty smelting book out just to remind me to figure out the alloys I needed and all of that, and remind me to explain that. If you guys see me carrying something and I forget to mention it, by all means ask, because that's kind of my way to, check on what we did. We do got a quest submission, I think, today. I gotta confirm, though. I think tomatoes are done. I can't remember if we actually finished that or not last time. So here's another 8 on the platform. I'm figuring we're just gonna do lines of crucibles till we don't need it anymore. Here we go. Keep filling it in. Hopefully I brought enough bricks with me. I'm not quite sure. Nope. We're short a few. Let's go get some more. And we're going to grab a handful of torches here too, because I'm a little nervous about not having this lit up enough. But actually what I can do is move our magnum torch a touch. Here we go. Just kind of move it more towards the center of the room, and that should help to fix things too. There we go. Let's go ahead and get back out here and just get this all taken care of. I suppose the other thing I could do is knock down this back wall here and carry this stuff even further out the other way. That might not be a terrible idea later on either. Okay, we're looking good. Let's go ahead and knock out the stuff and do it again. So let's see, one off the thing right there. knock it out all the way down, and then fill in the lava, put in the crucibles, and all that good stuff. Bucket, please. You guys can see how fast the tank is now refilling very quickly, which means we're getting there with it. There we go. And one more right there. Let's put in the crucibles and get the rest of the setup into play. Did I grab another export bus? I did not. Whoops. Let's go ahead and get that quickly. Like so. And we'll go get this guy set into place. Now. Oh, look at that. It's already filling up. Ha! There we go. Let's see, we need you into 4. Let's get that chest over to here. Export bus. And I'm just using a wooden chest because we don't need to keep that much backlog over to here. There we go. And we'll put some cobble into here. Export stacks. Give me a servo. Just to start filling things up. And that should do the trick there. So now we're going to just come down the other side, chop another hole, rinse and repeat, and we should be good to go. If we were just barely gaining a tick with that last row added, this one should help fill us up. Because really, remember, in order to process any ores now, I need to fill up like 3 layers of the tank first. So that's kind of why I want to make sure we're gaining at a pretty steady clip. So we process ores with lava once our power is stabilized. And that's kind of the game plan. So here we go. And by building this, we're also giving it time for our A system to build up more redstone and everything else that we use, which is kind of nice. Here we go. And let's go ahead and disable that for now. Don't even bother refilling into that one. Let's go servo everything all the way down. Start emptying and let it start producing lava for us. Like so. Hopefully I didn't miss any of these. And then we just do like that. There we go. There we go. Let it all drain. Lava for days. It would be nice if there was a way you could increase the efficiency of these even further. We're about to add in an entire another layer here. Let's see. We might need some more item ducting. Just so happens I happen to have a few hundred of it laying around. There we go. Along with probably two more banks worth, another bank worth of crucibles if we need it. And all of this should fill up in just a second and start producing lava. Let's go stare at our block again now, after we munch on some bread. Make sure we're all good to go here. And now you guys can see we're really starting to climb. It'll take a minute for it to backlog, because until we fill up some of these engines over here, let's turn off our sludge boiler again. Until we start filling lava down here, we're in trouble. But it's going to take a minute for everything to kind of catch up and roll forward. And we will just keep adding lines of stuff here as much as we need. I wonder if you kind of need to do that. I don't know if there's like a transmission cap or anything of how fast it can pour lava in. See, we're back into the 40s again. But are we filling up more stuff? That's the other real question. Still not really gaining lava anywhere. Let's go ahead and disable this for just a moment. And let our tanks fill up so we can kind of tell what's going on here. I mean, I can add in row after row after row if we really need to. I'm just not sure what's efficient. There we go. It's building slowly. Well, maybe that doesn't do much of anything, other than we're burning lava on the other side, so I'm not quite sure what to do here for more power. Or even more lava production. How's my cobble doing? Are we gaining or losing? Well, that looks like to be a steady gain still. So the other thing I did over here is I put in a resident energy cell in between, knowing that I'm outputting 10,000 a tick into this energy conduit. That way I could kind of, it's an artificial reducer of power use. Let me go up there and show you, actually. So that way we can accept as much as the system is willing to output, but we're only outputting half of it at a time. So now that the cell is building, I can tell we're gaining on power. And that's kind of really where we want to be at. Once this fills up, then all the engines will start to backlog. And you can see we're about halfway running on the engines right now. And that's kind of what we want. Is to get all these engines full and backlogged with power. But we literally might need one crucible per engine. If that's the case, then we'll just keep adding. There's not much else we can do. So right now, just for grins and measurement's sake, I'm going to put a piece of cobble over here that indicates this is where we're lit up to. All of these engines are running. Are you guys getting any amount of lava? Not really. So let's count how much that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 11 by 6 is 66 engines plus 5. We're at 71 engines running. How many crucibles do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 times 2 is 32 per bank. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 32 is a lot. Let's get the handy dandy calculator out. That's 192 crucibles running. So maybe, what's that divided by 71? Maybe it's 2 to 1? Does that sound right, roughly? So it's just shy of 3 to 1 for the engines we have going, but we really won't know until we get a backlog or some serious power consumption. And in fact, let's kick this thing straight away back up to 10,000 so the rest of our base is powered nicely. Are we gaining or losing at this stage? We're still gaining for a moment. If we come over to here, yeah, that's looking good. Oh, I got some regular bricks on me. We could fill in this little wall here before we have an oops. Really? Just as I'm about to put the last block in, a bat comes through. Silly bat. Tricks are for kids. And it looks like we're still pretty steady where we're at. And it's just maybe it's just a matter of time. I don't know. So this one is still dancing in the 40s. Wow. Well, you know what? When you can't beat them, join them. Let's add one more row. Keep going until we get enough. 500 or bust. 1, 2. That's our thing right there. Did I take our tank to start filling? Nope. No, I did not. Let's run it down and then see what happens. There we go. This is kind of the power plant of the base. The thing that makes, everyone cry softly inside. Here we go. So I need 16. Yeah, I got 32. That's just enough. We'll put it about halfway to start filling. And we're going a little. It'll slow down our production on the other side, but that's okay. I need to get enough lava to support all our engines. That's pretty much where we're at. Whoa, almost ran into the pit of doom. Okay. Oops, one too far. let's go ahead and start putting lava into place all the way along. There we go. Keep it going. So what are you guys doing for power? What have you seen? Tell me cool videos to look at. I welcome all the conversation we can get here. I hope you had a good Memorial Day vacation. Back to school. You guys are probably all just about wrapping up with school for those of you in that bracket. For those of you going back to work, I bet you wish you were back in school right about now. Me too. Trust me. School is that nice and the easy life. Here we go. Waiting on lava again, but that's okay. Me, I've been working outdoors all weekend, having a blast. And if it rained, then I've been indoors. If you can't tell, I'm recording this before the holiday, so I can enjoy the holiday myself. There we go. Trying my best not to fall into the lava, but it may happen. I've done sillier things before. Now, I am very tempted to start streaming some of this. If you guys would like to see me do that, by all means, leave a comment and we'll do a bit of this live. And for those, you know, for those of you on YouTube, I'll see what I can do to do an update. Okay, there we got all of that done. Now let's turn this guy back off. Let's get our crucibles down. There we go. Let's. Oh, do I need an export bus again? Probably. I should just carry a couple of those on me, so I don't gotta keep running back and forth. How am I in the rest of the ducks? I got ducks. I got servos. I got cable. Just the bus, huh? There's an extra one for posterity. So what we're gonna do this time is I'll invert the process a little just to mix it up. Keep my brain thinking. There we go. It's kind of neat when all this stuff is filling with lava here. But we'll go invert it and push it back the other way in just a moment. And we got plenty of materials to keep doing this setup with. You can see how fast some of these things are filling with lava. It's kind of wild, actually. I'm actually not quite sure if there's a smart way to be doing this or not, but maybe I should leave a little lava in the thing always. Not sure. There we go. Let's get this into place. Get you into place. And we'll come back and collect all this stuff when we run back. So now we're definitely, you know, increasing capacity. And like so. Like so. Put you up to here. Turn you on. Oops. Now we need these guys. Export stacks of cobble. Go and start producing me lava, please. Yeah, this is actually filling up a lot faster, I think. It kind of feels like anyway. I'm not sure. Now, how are we doing down here? We ought to be getting there even faster. And John, it'll take just a moment for that to kick in, honestly. Till all of this fills up. And then starts melting. Just waiting for it to catch up. You know what I could do? I could probably set this to round robin mode on each of these to make sure everything has something first. I don't know if that's smart or not, but we'll try it. That way every drop-off point gets a piece before anything, you know, before one gets a second. To encourage good play, good behavior. Yeah, now we're filled up and producing lava. It looks to be. And the real question is, where are we up to? Let's go up and take a peek, shall we? Are we gaining or losing? Oh, so with that addition, it looks like we've added in 2 more rows and then some. Wow. So one... Phew. I think it's almost 3 to 1. It's not quite. It's probably 2.5 to 1 engine. That's kind of crazy. That's a lot of these things we're going to need. Kind of waiting to see if this next row is turning on at all. Oh no, it's on. Why aren't you red? Maybe you're heating up? Oh, maybe I clicked the wrong thing. Maybe I should have the lava like patterned and stuff. I don't know. I would assume this thing is kind of smart enough to fill in where it needs to go. Priority wise, I'm also 3/4 tired of adding in crucibles. Let's see how we're doing upstairs for power. These are still 80, right? Yep. On the 10,000 ticker, are we standing at full or no? Not so much. We're still gaining at a pretty steady clip, so we're on a positive note. That is on orange, right? Yeah. Oh, look at that. That one's actually filled up with stuff. We are getting loads of materials here. Let's go take a peek at what we're topping out on. 143,000 gravel. Hopefully that's all up here. Oh, see, now this is a problem. Oh, no. Why is... I don't know why I'm not Exporting gravel. Let's turn that off for just a minute. We have that even on. I kind of have this strange feeling that we're going to slowly overload the system here. I got something derped. Let's go ahead and make sure we've got some backup storage made. Craft me 10 of those. Just so we're good to go. And I mean, I might even put gravel onto its own disk eventually. Alright, so we brought in soul sand. How are we doing in that regard? 6,000 in climbing. Let's take a look at our quest books. And we'll have to make some more eventually. And we can dump this lava like right here. I want to see more lava. Alright, so. Hell's Kitchen. Oh, how do I get... I want to know how I get back to that thing. So... I don't know. Somehow you get over to there. Do we ever turn in tomatoes? That's what I want to... Oh. I see you double click. Okay. Here it open up 41 lives. You currently have died 1 time. Oh. Drown. Oh yeah, into the void once. Oh, see, that's not quite right then. Huh. Okay. Tomatoes completed. Oh, we did tomatoes. Lettuce, maybe? I could have sworn I had a quest to turn in. For the hoarding, maybe? Oh, yes. There we go. Digital storage. We did that the other day and I never turned it in. Oh, look. We get another life out of it. That's really cool. We get... That life is what I want. That gives us 1 more extra heart to mess around with. You'll notice I remade all my armor into diamond. Consume to get an extra life. Beautiful. And we're back to 42. And we got a greater reward bag out of that one. Hopefully it's something pretty cool. We got a book of Haste 3. Oh, that's not bad. It makes us run faster, but okay. Whoops. I think the other thing we're going to need to do here before long is get a... Oh, look, we did mana beans. Oh, how are we doing on that regard? My mana bean should be through the roof right about now. Oh, we got to turn off one of these guys. Active with redstone signal, okay. There we go. All this stuff. Oh, that's all just waiting to craft as we get more. So mana beans were clearly into the hundreds for everything, so that's really good. That'll just keep building, and as we need stuff, we'll just make the stuff. Let's take a look at the quest. Hey, didn't I put... Oh wait, is that not an enchanted book? Is that what the problem is? So what else do we got here? 10,000 pistons, or 1,000 pistons. We might be able to do that if I got the redstone for it. Yes. Piston. Craft meat 1000, please. Right now. It's doing it. Okay. Well, that's going. Blacksmith is done, not the end. Oh, we can spawn an ender dragon, huh? So endstone. Let's see. I think endstone. Once we have more lava gain, oddly enough. Man, I am very tempted. How are we doing on the engines here? Where do we get to? Are we gaining? Very tempted to automate that if I've got glowstone. We just need loads and loads of lava. We can pulverize this. What are you guys used for? Glowstone nook. I don't know why this gets desynced. Those are just something. They're forged micro blocks. Okay. Can't do much with them. That thing is full up. So now we're gaining now. It's just going to take a little bit. All of these engines should turn on in just a minute. As they backlog with power. Yeah, see, we're gaining. We're down to 4 rows to turn on. That's acceptable. Is this thing going? Okay, let that keep running to produce us things. Oh, plenty. So if we fill up with lava, I can turn on our obsidian maker and we can have a glowstone maker. How am I doing on the dirt front? Dirt. We're up to 10,000. That one's gonna take a little doing. That's 30 of those. Cobblestone, we're nowhere near. Slimy. I guess I don't quite know how to produce this stuff. Soul sand, we're getting there. Purple madness. Oh, let's go check on our purple farm. I am very tempted to shut that off and let the sheep all respawn and make me good things. So we are harvesting far more purple then. In fact, let's just go ahead and do that. Let's see. So this is our turn you off. We haven't even touched this power yet. We'll let them guys grow back in. And then we'll make all this whole set of sheep purple right here. Just to increase that yield. I shut off milk a while ago. Cream, why aren't you... Oh, it output heavy cream. What? Salt? And oh, I need salt in here. Okay, let's get some salt. I should have a bunch of this. Oh, and I was going to pulverize this glowstone just to get it backwards. Or down convert it for this base. Here we go. I do need to get into liquid crafting with applied energistics a bit more. There we go. Using up all the stuff. There we go. That's a whole lot of butter. And how do we make, like, breakfast things again? Those hearty breakfasts are awesome food. So potato cakes is butter, potatoes, and onion. So that'll be something coming up very soon on our list, folks, is this crafting back here is going to go out of the way. We'll just have material storage out here with a storage bus and bring crafting into the applied energistic system. You can see we're very backlogged with materials to process because of the lava situation. And probably what I'll do here, folks, is give it a little bit, and maybe offline I'll add in more crucibles. But we unfortunately have hit that wrapping up point. We're actually a little overrun on time today. So enjoy, and we'll talk soon.